Okay, the other night, sometimes when you play sports or whatever, I don't know. You ever have a sports dream? Like I had a sports dream, whether I was playing it and then watching it. So in this dream, I'm watching like Pearl Washington hit a half court shot, like, and I was bugging, because I woke up, sometimes, well, you might have a dream where you're playing and you can't hit a shot. You feel like Charles Smith at the rim, like they blocking your shot or whatever. Like you just can't make a basket, But I'm watching him hit a half court shot, in my sleep, and I wake up, I'm bugging like, wow, okay. So an hour later, it's still early morning. Rob texts me, and he tells me that Pearl Washington died, and I was bugging. I said, what? Like, I was really tripping out for like 15 minutes. Like, damn, he passed? I was on the train, zoning out in my phone, looking, and this man was across from me, and he saw like, my eyes. I had some tears in it, like it was getting ready to come down, and he was looking at me, and I looked at him, and like he just looked away, because nobody could tell you how you feel about somebody, that you felt like inspired a whole generation of ballers. Like Pearl was a real cool dude. He was cool. Like, he was nice. He was a legend. I mean, so before we even segue really into it, I'm just play this little clip, then we got a call on the line. I see you. We're going to take it, but this is what I was actually dreaming about the other night. This is Tru Sports.
Syracuse, the last shot. Washington, 2 seconds.
That's real shit right there. Tru Sports Talk, man. We're going to always give you some true stories, man. This is how it's going to be. Let's take this call. Talk to us. Tru Sports Talk. All right. He
out there? All right.
He out there. Nah, that's cool. He holding. He out there. Rob, the legacy of Pearl Washington. Talk to us.
Wow, man, coming out of Brooklyn, man, Pearl was just, he just talking about it just bring a smile to my face, because it brings me back to the days of Wingate Park, playing ball and running around the city to go to every tournament, and you know what I mean? And
Word.
I mean, Pearl was like, he graduated 83, and I remember
him and Mark Jackson.
I remember when he was at Boys High. You know what I'm saying? My pops went there when he came from Jamaica. He used to run track there, so we went to a game there. That was like, because I really had just started playing basketball, and we went there, took me a game. I mean, this place, the Boys High, was packed to the ceiling, if you remember the old gym. I mean, this dude was in there, man, and I was like, whoa, I mean, he was just amazing. I mean, then when I came back to Brooklyn and went to high school, and he was at Syracuse, I mean, everybody would come to the park on Saturdays, and everybody was trying to do the Pearl shake. Everybody, that's all people would do in Brooklyn all day, trying to do the Pearl shake, trying to get their handle like Pearl. You know what I'm saying? Like, using the body, going up.
With the high dribble.
With the high dribble.
The high crossover to the low.
Cats come through with the dunks on, the Syracuse orange and white dunks. Everybody, I mean, he made guards. He made all the guards coming up in New York want to do the cross. I mean, don't get me wrong. There was Mark Jackson, Kenny Smith, Ed Bug-Eye, Rod Strickland. I mean, all those dudes had impact on guards in New York, but none was like this dude, man. Pearl was just a phenomenal dude, man. Like, I mean, I was a huge Georgetown fan, but when Pearl played, I still had to give it up because he was from Brooklyn, man. I mean, Pearl was just that dude. I mean, I used to go to the Big East tournament hoping that they would play Georgetown, man. I mean, he used to kill my dude Michael Jackson. Like, I mean, literally kill him. Like, I mean, he would put, you know, he used to come to the park and be like, call the cops. Cause, Pearl would just break you up, or call the ambulance. Dude on the floor. I mean, everybody was just trying to be Pearl, man. Like, it was just crazy. You go to Brownsville in the tournament. Oh, it was just crazy, man. Pearl, man, he's just a special dude. I just, rest in peace, man. I mean,
rest in peace to his family, man. His family.
Like a word bomb Brooklyn legend. Like he's a word bomb Brooklyn legend in the parks, anywhere. Mm-hmm. Even the dudes in the NBA. I mean, I remember dudes was like, Tim Hardaway with the two-step. I'm like, he got that from Pearl. I don't care. That's why I never liked Tim Hardaway. Because I was like, that's Pearl's joint. Stop talking about that two-step shit. That's not your shit. That's Pearl shit. Straight up. All right,
there you go. I'm glad somebody else said it.
Everybody know that's Pearl shit, man. Everybody knew that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Yo, everybody knows that crossover, that high, like you said, the high joint come back down low, boogie on you. Pearl used to shake.
With the shoulder shimmy.
With
the shoulder shimmy. Kill you.
Pearl was shifty. Yeah,
in and out.
And
he was so wide body, like he had a stocky frame, so he could get through. He could take the contact. So he gonna catch you with the shoulder in and out was basically so he's big enough to knock you off balance. So you try to rush up on his handle because he dribble high. He gonna give you the little in and out. You gonna try to come. He gonna bump you. And then he's gonna go low with the crossover, and then he's gonna take his little 2-foot floater, or he could just lay it in off the glass. But I just seen him like literally drop dudes. Like he dropped dudes with his crossover. I'm talking about dudes was playing D. I'm talking about official defense. Like they would be taking dudes cookies in the park, and they get up on him, and he just drop them. Bam. They hitting the floor. I'm talking about hitting the wood like Mike Tyson or something.
Yeah. We used to go all the way. We used to go to Brownsville to watch him play when he came home, man. Just so you could see, son.
He was must-see basketball. When he used to come uptown, he used to play in King Towers, Foster tournament.
Man.
It wasn't even King Towers. It was King Towers back then. No, it was King Towers. They call it King Dome now, but it was King Towers back then. Like the dude was just phenomenal with the handle. Like it was great guards back then. Don't get me wrong. From Kenny Hutchinson. It was numerous. Kenny Smith, Mark Jackson. Rod later on. Rod Strickland and Kenny Anderson. A few years later. Ed Davender. Like, it was a lot of guards back then. But you talking about Pearl Washington, man. Pearl Washington was must-see TV. When he got to Syracuse, the Big East was really just on the rise, because the Big East had just come together. But you had to see Syracuse. That's why when you say Syracuse, Georgetown, you talking about Patrick Ewing, Pearl. We talking about St. John's. You talking about Ronnie Cycley. Because Derek Coleman and them was later. But we talking about
they came later.
Mark Jackson, Chris Mullin, Walter Berry. We start talking about them guys. That's a different era of college basketball.
Don't forget Providence with Billy Donovan.
Oh, yeah, with Billy Donovan, Carlton Screen. Like, you talking about dudes, this is a different, it was so much basketball. Villanova, I forgot my man, Harold McClain. McClain and Pinckney. Ed Pinckney's a real good dude, too. Like, I got to give him a shout-out because he's one of those guys that, how you meet somebody and they just a good person, like that's him. Like he ain't no Jehovah's Witness or nothing like that, where they just trained to be good. No, he's like a good person. I just felt like I had to, get and pick me a shout out. And Pearl was the same way. Pearl was just, he was so humble. He was humble. Like he could go out and drop fit. Like dudes would be talking on the side because you know how it is in the basketball world. You talking on the side, you talking reckless. You don't know who this person is. I'll bust you down, this and that. You don't even know you talking to. He got the hoodie on. He might have a 40-ounce. He can have an icy in his hand. Like, he's just a cool dude. He'll have on low tops. I've seen him get dudes 40 in low top sneakers. Like, for real.
That's
like some low top. But I'm saying, but that's what he do. That's what I'm saying. He giving you 40 in low tops. But, for him, when he had played hard for so long, and then he came up in an era where dudes wasn't making that much money in the NBA. You got to remember, when Michael Jordan came in the league, like I said, he didn't make more than $3 million a year.
Yeah, so they weren't making money.
They wasn't making money like that. So when he got there,
right.
he said it himself, like he didn't have the love for the game no more, and that's real, man. Like, he had played at a high level for so long. He's like, man, I don't even want to do this no more. Like, he just. Oh, and let me throw this out there too, because a lot of people don't know this. He did go back to school and get his degree.
Right.
And I was reading about that.
Come on, he got his college degree, man. Like, he went back and got it. So his legacy is solidified. Like, he will always go down. When you think of Syracuse, you're going to think of Pearl Washington. You're going to think of Derek Coleman. You're going to think of Carmelo Anthony. You're going to think of Billy Owens, Ronnie Cyclade, Sherman Douglas. There ain't that many names. There ain't that many names that you could throw out there. Raphael Addison. Like, there's a few people that you're going to. Stevie Thompson. Stevie Thompson. Like, there's a few Syracuse heads. And that's no knock on the new generation of Syracuse heads, because I said Carmelo Anthony. So if you was Hakeem Warwick, you had a decent career. But, that's Conrad McRae. This is what I'm saying. Conrad McRae,
right.
Red Autry. You know what I'm saying? So that's the class, and at the top of that class, Pearl Washington.
Hey, man, Jim Boeheim said it the best, man.
Jim Boeheim said it the best. He did.
He said, Syracuse program wouldn't have been where it's at without Pearl.
Without him, yep. He sure did.
That's why he cried, because he knows.
I mean, that was ESPN was really just get going, Jay. Like, they was only 5 years old when the Big East
I was young, man. I remember hearing Pearl.
Come on,
it wasn't like, Georgetown.
ESPN started in 79.
79, yep. September 7th.
This is 84. We talking about 83, 84 season we talking about. ESPN is only 4 years old. Can anybody out there understand what we talking about? It's that ESPN is 4 years old, and Pearl Washington is must-see TV with Georgetown, Patrick Ewing.
Yeah, that was like their first big major
and Mark
deal.
Jackson.
Yeah.
That was a major deal.
What, Mullins around back then, too?
Who?
Mullins? Chris Mullins, when he had St. John's?
Chris Mullins, he had just left. He left at 85. Chris Mullins left at 85. So, so you're talking about 83 to 85 was the Big East taking off.
Yeah.
You understand? Because Villanova was up and coming, because Villanova ended up winning in 85. Georgetown won in 84, and 83 was NC State. But we all know who won in 82. North Carolina. 81 was Indiana. So it was 80 was Louisville. 79 was Michigan State. That's Magic. That's as far back as I'm gonna go. I'm gonna just take it back to Magic. So that's Magic 79, and then Magic was great. So then you go a couple of years later. We had no great point guards between Magic and Pearl on television. Like, we barely got this.
Was Daryl Griffin the forward?
Who?
There was a cat named Griffin. I think he played on the UCF.
Oh, Daryl Griffin? Yeah, he was a forward. Dr. Duncanstein. He played for Louisville. Dr. Duncanstein. Yeah, he was a forward.
Okay. Yeah.
Daryl Griffin. Yeah, he jump out the moon. But we talking about Pearl Washington. You had to see him. That's why when Georgetown was on TV, you had to see them. And when you saw a Georgetown-Syracuse matchup, Pearl, break down the press. I'm talking about Georgetown press. We're talking about a solidified, top quality, we're talking about bona fide defensive program. Okay, I'm talking about they were shutting teams down with the press. for Pearl,
Not
you know,
Pearl.
Michael Jackson, man.
Not
Pearl breaking through the press. He broke, you know, and you always got to break the head man. So he used to break Michael Jackson. So he broke him down. And Michael Jackson
when
could
he
play
floored
beat.
him, son? He floored him in the middle of the floor.
He floored. I'm talking
in the
about.
Garden,
He floored him in the garden.
Tournament.
Jay, you talking about? You know how microphones?
I think I remember that, man.
Yeah, I'm talking about, yo, you could hear, if you was watching TV, you can hear the thump. You can hear the thump when he hit the floor from getting floored.
And the thing about Pearl was,
he laughing.
He didn't even look back at you. He knew, that's how nice he was. He knew he was going to do it.
He knew you fell. He knew you fell, and he chuckled to himself.
And he just kept going. Like, yo, Sam, he was
pushing.
a one-man beat the press. I mean, like, coach normally tell you, yo, pass the ball to beat the press. Boeheim was like, get a ball to Pearl. Go ahead, let's go now.
That's scary.
They were trying to deny the ball to Pearl, but they couldn't deny him the ball because he was such a wide body. He would just post up, throw the ball. Get the ball, clear out.
Post up, right.
You know, I'm definitely going to hit up YouTube, man. I was a little young when I was around, but I know his name, though. Wow.
Man, son, that was my
joke. My father used to talk about him all the time. My father used to be like, used to show me tapes of him. Yeah,
but I'm going to tell you like this, Jay. There aren't that many games on Pearl Washington on YouTube. They're probably like 3 or 4. But I don't know. If I dug in my crates, I could find. They're mostly all Jordan, and they got a St. John's. I think they got 2 St. John's games. They got at the Carrier Dome, and they got at in the Garden.
Yeah.
So I know, or you know what, Jay? If you go on Tru Sports Talk page, I got one of the games up there. I got the at the Garden.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to check that out, man.
As a matter of fact, no, do I have the one at the Garden? No, I don't. I have the one at Syracuse. I have the one at Syracuse. The one at the Garden, I'm gonna put up another day.
Did you hear what he said, man? Boeheim, when he was like, the Carrier Dome, you know, they had decent crowd, but when Pearl got there, it sold out every night.
Yep.
Every night.
It was so, you know what? It's like, you know, because the Carrier Dome, anybody that's been up there, they got you got to push the seats back.
How many people they hold in there? Like 100? What?
Now, I mean, in reality, they could hold, because they hold 50 or normal for football. You know what I mean? Because they had the, you know, the retractable part in the back. So for basketball, they would move up the stands. So they, you know, they hold like about 32. But when Pearl was playing, they had to hold like 36, 37,000. Like he increased the attendance. We're talking about, but that's 37. You know, that's just seats. So when Pearl played, like if Syracuse and Georgetown played, it was 40,000 in that dome. Believe that. Easily, you know, especially if it was a nationally televised game. Like
games was huge.
He was a must see guard. And in high school it was easy for him. He was an All-American. He was an All-American in college.
He was the number one player in 83.
He was the number one, you know, high school player and number one player in the country, and a humble dude. I'm talking about the classic, cool Brooklyn baller dude. Like. He ain't need no bodyguards or none of that. People love Pearl, man, just because of his demeanor. He was just cool. I'm talking about like a cool dude. Like, you know, when you lose guys like that in the basketball community, man, you feel that shit. Because there ain't that many of them left like him.
Right.
He's genuine. I could tell you that. I could vouch for that. Like, he is genuine, one of the nicest brothers you ever going to meet, talk to. And he didn't even, like, there was days where he would still doubt himself in terms of he had to work on things, his jump shot or whatever, and he would still take advice. Like, this dude is taking advice, but he's flooring dudes. His handle is wicked, but he still would take advice from you, like, yeah, I'm going to work on that. Yeah, you're looking out, good looking out. And, like, he'll try to incorporate it. And many people don't know he was just as good with his left hand as he was with his right. He would drop dudes with his left.
Amazing.
It's amazing.
Yeah,
and you know who started doing that? Kenny Anderson was like that. He was left-handed, but I seen Kenny play with his right hand. He worked on his game. He played whole games with his right hand. Like, that's what he does sometimes. Like, his crossover. Like, when dudes want to play, it's certain guys, they just not going to be stopped, man. Like, do not stop him. You couldn't stop him. I'm sorry.
He's just so shifty. It's like the amount of, I mean, it's like just herky-jerky. That shiftiness was just like, and it was so quick. It's like, when you look at Dwayne Wade when he first came into the league, you look at Iverson, Tim Hardaway, you look at all them guys. That's him.
That's
so
him.
he's the one that started that. So, it's like that. Even Wade, he'll catch you now with it.
That's why we love Wade. We love Wade.
It's like a quick crossover, and it's like, ooh, that was Pearl like, ooh, But I remember when I was playing, my father used to tell me about him all the time. Like, yo, man, back in such and such, we would go down the park to see Pearl play. We would go here to see Pearl play, and he used to show me tapes, and I used to be like, yo. This dude he's like, yo, it ain't like he's like a big dude, but, he's like kind of stocky a little bit, but, yo, Pearl get to the rack when he feel like it, so it's just such a sad thing to hear. So I was like, man.
That was like one of my all-time favorite players, man. Like Pat Ewing said, man, he probably was one of the greatest college players to ever play the game, man. You know what I'm saying? Like,
well, you telling me
coming from another great one.
So he's the one that's been at that stutter step. Oh man, I just saw the video.
He had the combination. He had a combination crossover. He had the in and out to the crossover. He dribbled high, make you go for it high, and then he just bend his whole body down. His head and shoulders bend down, get real low. So think about Allen Iverson.
In the room, I put it up in the
I've seen that.
Yeah. Because you can learn, you could see the crossover, man. Like
I've seen that move everywhere. I didn't know he was the one that originated it.
Yeah, wow.
He did that. He was the one that did that. But look who he was named after. You talking about when you start calling Pearl, like Earl Pearl Monroe. If anybody don't know, that was the master of the spin move. The spin move master. Wicked. I'm talking about breaking. He had a crossover too, but it was different. He crossed you over, spin, bop you back. Like he used to do the move that Jordan used to do in the post, where he used to do the half spin, come back and take a fadeaway.
It was like a quick
Earl
two-step.
Pearl would do that. He would do that, spin with the quick two-step, do a little spin move, and next thing you know, he's laying it off the glass, and you standing there, back where he was, or when he did his spin. Pearl was just, I was like, Pearl Monroe, man. And he's another one. Cool dude, humble. He averaged 41.
Yeah, I'm looking at the video now.
He averaged 41 points a game, and his last year at college, like you talking about averaging 40 points a game. I know people that can't score 40 in a whole season, and this dude is averaging 40 a game. It's scary.
Did Pearl play in the league for a little bit in the NBA?
Yeah,
he played 3 years. He played 3 years, and then he and Jay, like this is the truth. He told you this himself. This after 3 years, this is Pearl.
The game ain't in me no more. None of it.
It's the truth. That's how he felt. He ain't love it no more.
So he didn't tear his knees up or anything? No injury?
Nah, he walked away. I don't love it. I don't love the game no more.
That's what I'm saying about him, though. He played so hard from high school to college that it was like he was already a pro because he was playing against. He's like a man amongst boys. I was like that game where he played in high school that they always talk about when he played center and dropped 50. Like, I mean,
he reminds me of Manigault a little bit, man. Kind of reminds me of Manigault when he's playing his guard right now.
Oh, Manigault. Let me tell you something. See now, CJ. You see, I'm gonna tell you something about this show. A lot of the people, and this is a shout out to a lot of the callers that have come on this show. I mean, 99% of them, they know they stuff. Like, you don't just throw out a name like Earl, Manigault, unless you know what that is about. We talking about dudes that Kareem looked up to. Like Dr. J would tell you about him. Like, so, I don't know. And this ain't a New York City, basketball thing. They just happen to be from here. Earl Manigault, that's a whole nother legend, man. Earl the Pearl Monroe, that's another legend. Like, that's Philly. He's a god, man. You talking about basketball god? That's a god, man. Yeah, man. Yeah, Earl of Pearl Monroe is a god, basketball god. Earl Manigault is a god. Pearl Washington is a god in basketball. That's the truth, man. It is what Lloyd Daniels is a god in basketball.
Well, thank you.
Like,
nice.
I don't, man. I'm gonna tell you something. I feel good. I feel blessed to be able to say, to have even played against dudes like that, to even have witnessed dudes like that. And I've been watching basketball for a long time. And,
long
time.
Me and my, we used to tape. I used to tape every game. I told you the other day, Pearl played just so I used to come home from school just to be like, yo, cats come to me, go to my crib and just throw in the tape and watch Pearl against Mark Jackson. Like, yo, watch this move.
Jay, that's a true story. That's a true story.
Pearl gonna give it to him right now.
I can't. I thought I was the only dude that was taping games, right? Me and Rob was, we was teammates. So I went to his house and he got talking about VHS, Jay, VHS
Oh,
tape.
yeah.
I was like, yo, what's up, yo, what you got here? Yo, see, that's right there. That's Syracuse St. John. That's Pearl Monroe. It's like, get out of here. You pop the tape in, sit back, I'm like, oh, this dude really got games? I said, all right. So, he come to the crib. I got games. I got, UNLV games, like whatever. Like, we just was swapping games. Or when the game came on, if he wasn't home and I tape it. Then I give it to him, he dub it. You know what I mean? That's what we do. So we just watch ball. Then we go to practice, and we just try to, I don't know, pick up the tempo, man. Because when we was playing in college, you saw UNLV and Loyola Marymount, man. Those was the teams that was blowing cats out. Loyola Marymount was dropping $120 a game.
And then they lead the nation score.
Huh?
Who?
They lead the nation in scoring. Loyola Marymount. They was putting up bushels of points. They was high scoring.
They was putting up
Loyola Marymount was putting up 115, 120 points. Hank Gathers, Bo Kimball, Terrell Lowry. That was the three main guys. Like, and they each was getting like 30, 25, 30. And Paul Westhead was the coach, the one that Magic got fired.
Oh yeah.
Oh man, we got 20. Oh, we still got a person on hold. Let's take this call. He's been on hold for a minute. Oh man, what's your comment or question? Tru Sports Talk. You there, family?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
They listening.
So, I appreciate that. We appreciate that, man. Tru Sports Talk. We try to. I know this. I guess this is one of those segments, man. We talking about legacy. Kobe Bryant, Dwayne Pearl Washington. I mean, that's every now and then we're gonna get an episode like this, and it's gonna be some emotion attached to it because we passionate anyway. But this is, we talking about emotional because one walked away from the game, never to play it again, and another played the game at a high level, and he left us too soon. But, to his family, we carry on. We'll carry on his legacy. He'll never be forgotten. My son and my daughter will never let Pearl Washington. Okay, nobody will just. As a matter of fact, you know what I think I'm gonna do? I'm gonna go out and I'm gonna buy me some low top white Adidas. I may not wear them, but I'm gonna put them in a box So when I really explain it to my son, I'm like, yo, Pearl used to wear the. Like, who's that, Dad? All right, I'm gonna pop in a tape. Let me show you. Or now, not a tape now, DVD. I do have equipment that still have a tape in it. Okay, I got all layers, Jay. You gotta have the reel, you gotta have the VHS, and so on and so forth. You gotta, because to let me, the little tape. I can't find my purple tape though, man. Bro, I used to ride around with the purple tape. I don't got mine, man. I'm mad.
I still got all my tapes at Mom Duke's crib, man. She got all my tapes. I got
a lot of tapes though. Let me tell you like this.